Hi, my name is Kelly Astorga. Me and my group decided to do Medusa. Before I go into this art piece that I have displayed for you here, we are going to talk a little bit about Medusa. So, Medusa was a maiden who had golden hair and would attract anyone that sought her. But first, she started as being a servant for Athena, and Athena is the goddess of war, and Athena is married to Poseidon. So Athena saw that Poseidon was falling in love with Medusa. So Athena started to get really jealous and put a curse on Medusa, which turned her into everything that we know of her today. So her golden hair turned into venomous snakes, and her eyes could turn people into stone. And her skin, instead of being normal, it turned into a greenish color. So because of this, Medusa left and decided to stay by herself and wouldn't go near no one because she was ashamed about the way she looked. So now going into this art piece, I feel like it really captures what the artist tried to say about the myth. Because in this art piece, we could see that Medusa was beheaded by Athena and Perseus. Sorry if I'm saying it wrong. I'm really bad at Greek names. Um, but yeah, Athena sent Perseus to go find Medusa and behead her to make sure that um she wasn't gonna come back. So I feel like the artist really portrayed that in this painting because from left to right you could tell every single little detail that happened in the story by just looking at this picture. So starting from the left, that is Perseus. He is the messenger of the gods. As you could tell by his wings on his helmet, that's what helps him go from one place to the other. And in that little satchel bag right there, you could see like a kind of someone's head. And then in his one of his hands, you could see like a weapon. So by the movement that he is standing, it seems like he barely just beheaded um Medusa and is in the process of landing back from the motion. In the middle is Medusa. She is beheaded. You could kind of see on around her neck, like I believe those look like snakes. I'm not so sure. And you could see her falling to the ground because when it's beheaded, I imagine their body just falls to the ground. And then to the right, you see this goddess looking woman, and it's Athena. Athena is the goddess of war, so her helmet is going to be more warlike, and you could tell from the spear too. She was known for her armor and spear. Um, Athena was there because had to make sure that Perseus went through with his job, and she kind of assisted him through this process. Interesting fact, they kept Medusa's head, and I'll let you know a little bit about that later on. And I feel that this art piece has fit in with this historical timeline because back then the Greece dominated politically, economically, and culturally. So it just fits in about how they use their colors, how they use their any type of detail, how they always make sure they portrayed like um their armor and anything else they could think of that makes them look politically dominant, economically dominant, and cultural dominant. I selected this artwork because it really shows the story on how Medusa was beheaded. It shows how all three mythological goddesses and creatures were put into her story. Um, Now, of course, Perseus and Athena had different stories. If you look them up, they both had different stories, but they connect on how um, they beheaded Medusa and how Athena cursed Medusa. So it really shows that. And the fun fact that I was going to tell you about is that they did keep Medusa's head, but they kept it because even though Medusa was dead, um, if you lifted up her eyes, the curse still worked. So she still could turn people into stone. You just had to lift up her eyes. Thank you so much for hearing my side of this artwork, my best interpretation I can do of it. And thank you for taking your time to listen to this.